Hey guys, and welcome back to the Satisfactory 1.0 playthrough series. This is episode 2 of the playthrough. In the last episode, what you were able to witness is that I was able to get some of the basic automation going. So I had very basic lines of plates, rods, screws, cable, those kinds of things going. I also was able to get through all of the onboarding process, also known as Tier 0. So at this point, that's where I get started in this episode. Right out of the gate, we're going to get started on completing Tier 1, which includes the base building, logistics, and field research. And then after that, I get started on obstacle clearing, complete that milestone, which allows me to unlock the chainsaw and get into automating some of the biomass and feeding our biomass burners, which is new in Satisfactory 1.0. So I spend a little bit of time gathering resources, getting that automated so that I can continue on and focus on other areas that I'm more interested in, which allows me to get concrete going. So I've got it automated currently, but in this episode you'll see me expand that production, utilizing more of the nodes that are in the starting area and increasing production there as well as efficiency. From there I'm able to focus more on the iron side, so I'm able to increase efficiency and production also of the iron products, the iron plates, the rods, and the screws. Now that you've been caught up, let's get going on this episode. Alright, welcome back to Satisfactory here. Just picking up right where I left off last time. We'll come in here to the hub, take a look at that real quick. We got all of Tier 0 completed and none of Tier 1 done. This will be the focus for this episode. If you look in here, I've got most of these items automated except for the screws, so I need to update that. So that'll be in this episode, as well as efficiency and production and improving those areas. So I believe that you should focus on those areas that are taking up most of your time. So right now you can see that my whole factory is down. It just went offline, ran out of power. So right now I'm spending most of my time running, gathering leaves, resources, and things like that, trying to feed the 1 or 2 biomass burners that I got. I guess 1 right now. So I want to improve that. That way I have to spend less time on power. And also in Satisfactory 1.0, you see they've got the input on the biomass burners. So definitely want to utilize that. And then try to build something that's going to last us all the way to coal production. And then also want to get a little bit of researching done. So right now I'm getting ready to do screws, but I'm just going to do a single line. It's not going to be efficient at all. But I eventually want to get cast screws as one of the first recipes I want to get. So it's time to start unlocking and doing some research and things like that to help my production. So I guess let's get going. So I'm going to get started with the screws first. I've got an extra iron node right here. Again, I'm just going to put a single line down so that it's at least automated a little bit. Alright, so I got the screw production going here. What you can see is I've got the miner here producing 60 iron ore per minute, going into a single smelter, producing 30 ingots, and that is turning into 15 rods. And then going into a second constructor, which is making screws here at 40 screws per minute, going into storage here. So I'm going to let that run. Also had to add a biomass burner temporarily over here just to keep this going. So at this point, I'm going to let this just run for a few minutes. My goal is I'm just going to put everything away in this box, and then I'm going to go out and start gathering additional leaves and wood, and hopefully that'll keep me going for a little bit. I just need to let the factory run for a little bit here. I do want to note this here on Tier 2. As soon as I get all of Tier 1 unlocked, I'm going to unlock obstacle clearing after that. Again, just going to require extra screws there, but I've got everything else automated, and then that's really going to help me increase production of wood and leaves. So, and also help me get that get those additional biomass burners up and going. That way it'll last me for a while. So that's the goal right now. So I'm just going to run around here and see what I can find. Alright, so I was gone for just a few minutes here. Let's see how many screws we've got here. I've got 400, a little over 500. All right, let's see what unlocking we can do here. Let's see here. So let's just go right here. Okay, we're gonna need concrete, plates and rods, and wires. So let's just gather some additional resources here as some of these boxes because I know we're gonna need it. All right, so I just finished gathering all the items that I need to finish this out here. So I'm going to select this milestone, drop that in. Okay, so for base building, I'm going to do the same thing for logistics, which is going to give me the splitters and mergers and lifts as well. So let's see here. Let's grab this. We'll drop in these items. And then field research, which gives me the map and the MAM so that I can do some researching, as well as giving me some additional inventory slots. So we will select that as well. Alright, we're going to send these off. Okay, maybe I don't know how to. Somebody tell me how to do that. I thought I could send all these off at one time. I don't know what I'm doing here. I thought if I had all those items in there. Anyway, somebody help me out there if you would. Not sure what I did wrong there. I know there's a way to send all those off at one time, so I guess I will hang out here for a few minutes. Looks like 2 minutes 23 seconds till that returns. So, but I do have all of the items necessary to get those finished, so I will do that. Alright, so I did just want to verify that I did send off all 3 of these. So I've got base building, logistics, and field research. Again, these are going to help me with efficiency in doing those things. And as far as base building goes, definitely going to make things start feeling more organized, more laid out, a little bit more of a, not necessarily a permanent solution, but closer to permanent. So it's going to feel a lot better. And of course, logistics giving me more efficiency. And then the MAM itself, I need to get that out here and get that up. Okay. And I've got some hard drives and things that's going to allow me, and power slugs for sure. So I need to be able to underclock and overclock machines for efficiency purposes. So I'm going to work on that as well. Grab these out of here, my one hard drive that I picked up, and we will get that going. Power slugs first. And then I need to be able to overclock and underclock, so I need a power shard for that. So let's come over here, craft a power shard. There we go. Okay, and I can also scan for these as well. Okay, and then I'm also going to drop my hard drive in, scan for that. I know some things have changed in 1.0, so I'm not exactly sure what that's going to look like. I believe I can rescan. First item I want to have is cast screws, so we'll see if we can make that happen. We may have to rescan a few times to be able to get it. We'll see. So now I need to start increasing efficiency and production. I also need to get the power going. So which one do I want to work on first? I think what I need to do first is probably the power. Man, but I really need obstacle clearing. How close am I? Oh, 30 seconds till that returns, and we'll see. Okay, I got plenty of concrete. I've got plenty of cable. I haven't picked up any in a while. And let's see how we're doing on the screws in our one screw line. Okay, all right. We should be able to get that right out of the gate too. So that'll be nice. So I'm going to work on power first, I think. I'm going to build it right over there where all those trees are at so that I'm not having to run over there back and forth. I think that's going to help me out. Also, I know that I'm building over that direction eventually, so might as well start heading that way anyway. Okay, got obstacle clearing knocked out. Probably do part assembly yeah, part assembly next. It's kind of down the road. Oh man, see, this is why I need to update my power. Let's see here. Ooh, I can start crafting biofuel, so it's going to increase efficiency as well. So we'll go ahead and pull some wood out, and we'll drop biofuel in there instead of biomass, which should last me a little bit longer. Alright, man. I don't want to do that again. Crafting biofuel sucks. Okay, it takes forever. So I need to get this power up and going, and then I'm going to go get my automated power up and going as quickly as I can. I say it's automated, I still got to gather leaves and stuff for it, but should be a lot better than what I'm currently doing. Trading out my biomass or biofuel. Go ahead and split that. Hopefully it'll still last a while. I'm only putting 100 in each. Okay, I'm going to gather some resources, and then I'm going to go over, like I said, to these trees over here and put down some biomass burners. Okay, I got my chainsaw. Alright, as far as the biomass burners go, I know that I want 16 of them. Okay, I need more plates. Definitely gonna need even more plates than that, because I need, well, I got plenty of concrete. I also need plates to put down the foundations as well, so need quite a few of those. I'm just gonna grab all that I've got in storage, and I'm also going to run a power line. Let's do it from here to start, I guess. I'm going to run it all the way over towards these trees. Alright, boys. Got my biomass burners up here running. Just want to kind of show it off just a little bit. Got 16 total. Right now I'm just using a ramp because I don't have like a ladder or anything unlocked. It's also floating. I'll fix that eventually. But for now, this works. We'll go down quickly and show that off. Exactly how it's working. Went and grabbed some leaves and some wood as well. So I've got 2 storage containers, one holding wood, the other holding the leaves. I'm going to go get more here in just a second. I want to fill this all the way up. That way I don't have to mess with it for a while. It's bringing 60 wood and 60 leaves in. I'm underclocking, so you can see that I'm only wanting to output 60 biomass per minute. That's because right now I do not have Mark II belts, so 60 biomass coming out, meaning it's super efficient now. That biomass is being turned into 30 biofuel coming out, joining together, going straight into a storage. Although it's being pulled out immediately and currently going to feed the biomass burner. So right now it's still filling up these first 8, and then it's going to go upstairs eventually if I would get this hooked up correctly. Okay, it's going to go upstairs and feed the next 8, so up top. So it's looking good right now. Same thing is happening on the other side. You can look over there to verify all that's working. So we've got 60 leaves coming in, going into a constructor. It's underclocked to 50% because it can only take in 60 per minute right now, and then producing 30 biomass. Okay, I've got this underclocked to 25%, so that it's bringing in the exact amount of biomass that this other constructor is putting out. And then that's only creating 15 biofuel. So right now, let's see, 15 plus, I think 30 over here. So we got 45 biofuel being crafted right now. As soon as I get Mark II belts unlocked, I'll come over here and upgrade this a little bit more, so I'm producing biofuel a little bit faster. But for now, this should be good. You can see that this is only burning, well, let's see, let's go to this one. Only burning 3 fuel right now, or I guess 4 per minute, is that right? Yeah, it's got 3 in there. It's burning 4 per minute. So it's outputting enough to feed most of these at least. So it should be in good shape for that. Again, going to go I'm not going to go buy leaves. Instead, I'm going to go pick up leaves and wood and then fill that all the way up. And then keep upgrading. Try to get to those Mark II belts so that I can make that a little bit better. Because I don't know if those top biomass burners are actually going to work or not with the amount of biomass or biofuel that I'm producing. So let me work on that for a few minutes. Alright, so I went and got plenty of wood here. Plenty of leaves. It's almost full, not all the way full, but that'll last for a while. You can see up there the biomass burners are still not fully on. I'll need to come back and get this line moving a little faster with Mark II belts. But eventually this will all be running. It is slowly coming online, which is fine. So it's giving me enough power right now. We can look. Right now I'm running at about 550, 500 or so power, which is good. So that's helping me out a lot. Let's see how much power or how much biofuel we're using. Still 4 per minute. So that's good. I think it goes up. I could be wrong. I thought it went up based on the amount of power consumption you've got, but 4's good. I'm going to come back over here, and it is time to start expanding some of these, some of this production. I'm going to start with, I think concrete. Yeah, so I'll start with concrete, and then I'll probably go to plates, and then from there we'll see. Those are the 2 big things, I think. That allows me to get a lot of the foundations down and stuff. So if I get those 2 going, that'll help. Probably screws after that. And then I need to start getting reinforced iron plates going. So let's see, which is my current milestone. So let's see if we can unlock this real quick. Yeah. And then let's get that part assembly milestone finished. That is done. You can definitely see that I'm going to need those reinforced iron plates automated. I'm not going to craft 50 manually. So, yep, let's get production up. Forgot about my hard drive over here. Let's see what we're doing there. Usable 1 time. Wow, you only get 1 rescan. Okay, well, doesn't look like I hit it. I don't need either one of these for right now. So I'm just going to wait. I'm going to go find some more hard drives, and we will keep working on finding cast screws. Okay, as far as the concrete goes, I've got 1 node down here that's currently working, and I see 1 right over there. I know there's another one nearby, right over there. So 1 kind of right behind this over here. So what I think I want to do is I want to gather all 3 of those that are nearby and probably right up here on top of this, get all the production going, get it maxed out on those 3 nodes, and hopefully get plenty of concrete running. So I'm going to come up here, I'm going to hold down control to align it to the world grid. Start at kind of the highest point here. I'm definitely going to make it bigger than I need to start, and then we can always scale back. So I'm going to get these nodes coming up here before I set the constructors. I'm not exactly sure. I think they're all medium, so they all should be producing 60 limestone. Alright, I do want to show a little bit of what I've been working on here. So this is the concrete small factory here. As I mentioned, I was bringing 3 nodes together. So I've got one here, bringing limestone in at 60 limestone per minute. And then 2 nodes over there doing the same. So 2 lines of 60 per minute going into 4 constructors split evenly. So this is 100% efficient, and it's producing 60 concrete per minute going straight into this box. So we'll see what I end up doing with it. I know that I'll eventually move this concrete over, probably over here in this area. Also, you can kind of see what I did over there. Trying to make things look a little bit nicer using what I've got. Don't have a lot unlocked right now, but I think it looks a lot better than what I've been doing, you know, just kind of on the ground and stuff. So it looks a lot more organized. My plan from here, I'll come over here and then I'll show you real quick. Alright, so before I kind of show you the plan, did want to show this off a little bit closer. You can see some improvements I made just to kind of make it look a little bit nicer. All the biomass burners are up and running now, which is nice as well. You can see this big flat area. That's where my concrete is, way over there. And kind of my starting area here. Right here in this flat area, I plan on increasing production and improving efficiency there. So a lot of this will be filled in with foundations and increasing, you know, some of the plates and screws and all that kind of stuff. So gonna start working on that next. Looking forward to it. Just got to keep my power up and running, but so far so good. It's made it a lot nicer having that, you know, automatically feeding those biomass burners, so I don't have to mess with it so much. So it frees me up to do other things. So that is the plan currently. So I built up here so you can see it just a little bit easier. Built this big long platform here, goes up underneath here. So you can kind of see what I got going on here. There's six iron nodes. There's 1, 2, 3 over there. There's 3 over here on this side. 1, 2, 3. My plan is take what we've got here. So there's 60 iron ore per node, and I'm just going to bring it straight over here, build some small factories here, get the production up for the plate, screws, and rods. Over here, I'm going to use these 3 nodes down here on this end to produce reinforced iron plates. And then I'm going to bring everything down this way, I think, and come over here and build some kind of storage where everything's in one location. So that's the plan right now. So I'm going to go ahead and get these up and running, and then we'll see where we're at after that. Alright, let me show you what I got going here for now. So what you can see here is I got this one miner producing 60 iron ore. It's coming up here. It's being split 2 directions, and then it's going over to each side. 30 iron ore going into each smelter, being merged back into the middle, and then that's going to go up, and I'm going to put my constructors on the next level. What this is going to allow me to do is that as I increase or improve belts as well as the miner, I can add additional smelters here without having to tear the whole line down. So I'm kind of building it a little bit more for the future so that I can increase production without having to tear everything down like I just did with that one line there. I'm going to go up 3 4-meter foundations, and then going to build my 2-meter foundations on top of that. So there's a gap of 12 meters here, which is plenty. And what you'll see is I'm going to have a gap right here. So that's where the ingots are going to move up. Okay, so I got the top part on. You can see that the ingots are going to go up this side. I need a ladder instead of this ramp here, but it's coming up here, being split 2 ways. So 30 ingots here, making 20 iron plates, so 30 ingots to 20 iron plates, and then over here same thing, coming back out, merging back together for a total of 40, and then dropping down into the storage here. So again, this is going to allow me to expand. I'm going to add some supports and things. Right now I know it's floating, not the prettiest, but it's making things more efficient, which is probably the most important thing, and I'm definitely increasing production, so that's great. Okay, next up I'm going to get the power up and running on this, and then I'm going to get rods and screws going as well. Alright, so this one's just a little bit different. I've got the second iron node over there, bringing in 60 iron ore, split two ways, just like the other one, going into two smelters, producing 60 iron ingots, going up to the second level where I've got the constructors laid out. In this case though, I need 4 constructors. So come over here and look at each one. They take in 15 iron ingots, making 15 rods. And then those are being combined and sent back down into storage as well. So I'm not sure why this is backing up. I'll have to look into that. Should be good though. So I think we're in okay shape. I think it's just a little bit because it took me a minute to get these built up. So, but I think it's okay. So down here, you can see it's making plenty of iron rods, actually 60 per minute, so it's going to last me for a while as I continue to build things. It's giving me plenty of items to continue to expand. So next up is the screws over there. So my screw line right now is pretty basic, just one constructor producing screws over there, so really need to get that up and going. I'm going to send that iron, or this iron actually, back this way. And so yeah, that is the plan currently. Alright, so I'm just gonna kind of step back and kind of show this from a distance, then I'm gonna walk up and show you guys a little bit closer. So again, another node coming in, 60 iron ore coming into 2 smelters, making 60 iron ingots going up. First level of constructors are making rods. So I need 4 of those, which is producing 60 iron rods, and then coming up to another level with a second line of constructors here. So what this is doing is actually producing the screws. So let me just go up there real quick. Take a little fall damage here, it's alright. Again, I'll kind of clean up the floating foundation stuff as I unlock a few things. So here is producing the iron rods. Come up here to the 3rd level, and I've got these. I guess I should show this real quick. Let me back up here. Okay, so this is producing rods, but it's sending it back towards the front here and then back up. So you can see that I've got a solid line of rods. Kind of hard to tell, but yep, solid line of rods coming up to the 3rd level here. Again, that's going to allow for easier expansion, so if I need to just, if I get more iron coming out of that node with a Mark II miner, I'll be able to just add on another 4 constructors at the end, extend that out, and then do the same thing up here. So got these iron rods coming in, going to these 3 constructors. I've got storage up here. I know this is weird here, but if you look at what this is producing here, so I've got 10 rods, hence why I've got 6 constructors, taking up the 60 iron rods total, turning those into screws. Each constructor is making 40 screws per minute, which that means 2 of these would be 80 and too much for my build to handle, so it would back up and wouldn't be very efficient. So I've just got it going straight into storage so I can keep it as efficient as possible and mass produce screws as much as possible as well. And then I'm getting ready to hook up the storage. It's not going to be any different than those over there. It's just going to go straight down into a storage container down there at the bottom for easy access. So I've got mergers pulling from each of these, so it's only 60 line coming out, so it's only pulling just a little bit out of each storage container, but at least it's keeping my constructors going for the most part. They're going to fill up pretty fast probably, but that's okay. While they are running, it should be 100% efficient now, so that's going to be good for the factory. Let's kind of look at that. So okay, you can see that the line is starting to flatten out. Probably what's causing it not to flatten out entirely is because I've still got my copper lines going over there, which are not very efficient at all. So as soon as I get those up and running, then I'll be in a lot better shape. I'm going to go ahead and get the line moving down into one single storage down there, and then I am done with the iron production for right now. Okay guys, I'm pretty happy with what I got done with this episode. If you would, and you're interested in just kind of following along with what I've got going on, feel free to go back to episode 1. Would love for you guys to go back and watch that. Give me your input, give me your advice on how I can continue to improve my factories and those kinds of things. Next episode we'll look at getting copper going, as well as I need to automate reinforced iron plates, so that'll be the first time I use the assembler. And then we'll get to coal power pretty soon too, so looking forward to that. Again, if you guys would, just go ahead and subscribe, like the video. It gives me encouragement to keep these episodes going, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks.